Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're doing another advice video today because you seem to like them while we have a walk up Wangamat Beach because it's so beautiful and you guys seem to like that as well. So the subject today really is about essentials, the 4 essential ingredients I would say which you need to have got sorted to be able to live the Pattaya dream properly. The first thing is that you have to turn that dream into reality. It's no good having a dream if you're not living it, if you're still dreaming. Dreaming doesn't get you anywhere, it just wastes your time. You have to make it a goal. You have to actually do something about it. If you are seriously considering moving to Thailand and becoming an expat, then you need to sit down and think seriously about 4 particular areas essential in your life. Can you sort them out to a satisfactory extent so that you could actually move to Thailand? I've seen guys come here unprepared and crash and burn because they didn't get their ducks in a row with regard to these 4 essential items. Now the first one obviously is money. Now how much really depends on how long you want to stay in Thailand. Now if you're coming here for only 1 year, or if you're coming here to retire permanently. Now if you only intend to stay for 1 year, then you can come with a lump sum of money available to you, which needs to be, in my opinion, a minimum of $1,500 a month for a year, which is $18,000, plus the deposit on the condo, rental, and maybe motorbike rental and some extras. So say $20,000 should be enough to the basic lowest possible price, if you like, figure, which you need to stay for 1 year. Now, if you have a large sum of money saved up, then you just have to work out $1,500 a month as a minimum, and then you can work out how long you can stay here, how long that money will last. But it's a bit of a gamble, isn't it, that? And not the best way, really, to do it, to be quite honest. But if you intend to live here permanently, then that's a whole different ballgame. You have to have a regular income, and that's the reason why most expats are retirees on pensions, even if they're still quite young, like some ex-military guys who have excellent pensions but still are quite young. And if you're thinking about working here, that's more difficult, as you have to set up a business to make decent money, and you must have a Thai partner. And if you work at something like an English teacher, the pay is very low, especially since China put some severe restrictions on that particular business. The other choice is to work online. But if you're going to do that, then you really have to set up that online business while you are still in your own country and get it working and get it making money while you're still in your own country, and enough money to live before you even think about moving to Thailand. The other choice is to find a company who works online with people online and don't mind where you're living as long as you do the work online which they require. Bear in mind, we're only talking about making money, nothing to do with visas at this point. That's a whole different chapter. We'll do a different video on that. Now what I'm saying is that unless you have a very good pension arrangement, then you have to set up something before you come and make sure it works. You cannot just come here and think, oh, I'll find a job. That's just not a possibility, in my opinion. Before we go any further, guys, please subscribe and share, because YT are unsubbing many Pattaya channels. So please share the video with your friends. It helps a lot, okay? So the next essential ingredient to successfully living the dream is decent health, or fairly good health. If you're seriously considering coming to live here, you really need to think about your health. You need to sit down and have a real good think about it. Are you a healthy person? Or do you require hospital visits all the time? Do you have diabetes? Do you need dialysis? Do you have any other ailments which need to be treated, because they will cost money? Here in Thailand, you can get it done, whatever it is, because the healthcare is superb, no problem, but it will cost money. Quality healthcare here is really excellent, especially in Pattaya, which has 5 excellent hospitals and many clinics as well. So healthcare is not a problem as long as you can afford it, because it's not free like it is in some countries, like the UK. Now, if you have health insurance, you can get it here, but really it's only for younger people. As you get older, what you find in Thailand, you get past 60 and the price of health insurance starts to skyrocket. And then you get past 70 and it becomes really prohibitive. In fact, to the point where you really wouldn't want to be paying it, because it's just so expensive, or they'll actually refuse you. It's as simple as that. Now, what some people do in cases like that is they self-insure. Now, what I mean by that is you put, for example, for your visa, you need to have retirement visa. You need to have 800,000 Thai baht, which is $25,000 in a Thai bank for your retirement visa. So that can double as your health insurance. So you have a lump sum sitting there for an emergency. If there's a problem, you have money in the bank. Now, just in case you weren't aware, the pharmacists in Pattaya are really good, really excellent, and very well stocked. And the other thing which surprised me years ago is the fact that I have never once, in all the 15 years I've lived here, never once been asked by a pharmacist to see a prescription when I've walked in to buy something. You can walk into any pharmacy and buy virtually anything legal, of course, over the counter. Any drug they will sell to you. They have just about everything for every ailment you can think of. And there are very few medications that they don't have. And if they don't have it, they'll order it. And you won't require a prescription either. It's amazing, but it's true. Now, just to give you an example of what I do regarding healthcare, is I go to Memorial Hospital, which is on Pattaya Klang, in the centre of Pattaya, every month, once a month, and I have a blood test to check for blood sugar level and cholesterol and various other things. And it costs me just 2,000 baht, which is about $60 once a month. Now, obviously that includes seeing the doctor, having the analysis of the blood and everything, to see that everything's okay. And if something needs adjusting, like if your blood sugar level was a bit high, they can give you some tablets to bring it down, or some guys have statins to bring cholesterol down, things like that. And you can keep a proper check on your own levels, your own health. You need to do this as you get older, really, because you don't realize things can go slightly out of kilter, and you don't know why you're feeling tired of this or that can happen. And so you need to have your blood checked. And it's not expensive. I think that's cheap, in my opinion. but it's something you need to do as you get older. Yeah. The next essential ingredient, but really we should call it an obligation, is to your family, if you have family in your home country. If you're seriously considering moving to live in Thailand, what will your family say? What about your children? What will they think? I know various guys have told me stories about negative comments from family members about living in Pattaya. You can get labelled a sexpat and worse by nasty, maybe jealous adult family members, but I'm afraid that's par for the course with some people. The timing of your move to Thailand is also going to be dictated by the age of your children. I'm an example of that. I waited until my son, the youngest of my children, was 19 and went off to university. Then I made the move. I actually made the move to Dubai first for 2 years to work, and then I moved to Thailand. But I didn't leave the UK until my son was at university at 19. Now, if your children are still minors, then you really need to be around and spend time with them and delay moving to Thailand until they're 18 or 19. Then they're off with their friends and they don't really want to see you so much, and it's not so important that you're around, so then you're free. But if they're still minors, you need to take them to the park, and I take them out for a holiday and ice cream and lunch and all that sort of stuff with children. And even if you're divorced, you can still do those things if you live nearby. I got divorced when my children were still young, and I stayed around. I rented a house near my original house so that the children could come and see me after school. And I would make their dinner for them, whatever. And for about 5 years that went on, until they both went to university. Then I left. Now, if you don't do that, you lose all connection, and you have no real parent-child experiences with your children. I think you'd lose too much, but that's just my opinion. I know that after divorce, some ex-wives poison the minds of their children against the fathers by lying to them, saying your father doesn't love you and doesn't care about you and what have you. But they can only get away with that sort of evil nonsense if you are not around. If you're still there, nearby, the child will know it's a lie and will know that's not the case. So, another reason for staying around until the children don't need you anymore, basically, when they become adults. So, moving on to the fourth essential ingredient to having a happy life here is who you choose to be your partner here. Will you choose to have a permanent partner, or will you choose to play the field permanently? But that can get a bit expensive. Inevitably, guys who want to come and live here have visited several times before. And in most cases, they already have some lady in mind to be their partner. The question is this lady you have in mind like a fancy sports car, or is she like a steady, reliable SUV? Is she someone you have a crazy night out with, or is she wife material? The answer to this question is desperately important, and you have to be truthful with yourself, because if you're not, it can ruin your life. Okay? Most guys usually only have one crack at choosing the right partner, because if you choose the wrong one, it can break you financially. You don't get a second chance then. So what you don't do is trust somebody you've only known for a short time. Or if you have known them for a length of time, then that length of time may have been in small segments each time you came. That doesn't count as a long-term relationship, really. You need to just add up those segments, those 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks here and there, and then you have a true figure of how long you've actually known them, you know? You may be surprised just what a short time that actually is. You need to know someone properly before you can trust them fully. So guys, before you come and live the dream, you need to be absolutely 100% sure of a regular income. You need to be aware of the health situation that you have, and you need and check it, have it checked properly before you come. And you need to honor all your obligations with your children, if you have any. And lastly, be very, very, very careful about the lady you choose to be your partner. So, guys, please look at Instagram. And the link below is free. It's free at Instagram. Go and look at Instagram, and then you can watch the crazy Patreon clips for free. If you want to join Patreon, that's up to you. But it is really, really, really good. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for watching the video. I shall see you on the next one. Okay. See you again.